Okay, you're ready on set. 10 seconds.
Off you glow.
80 cell phone check.
6, 5,
Go to black?
4,
Go ahead and touch
3.
someone with other people's fingers.
Grin toothpaste kegs. Squeeze from the bottom? Screw that. For best results, pump from the top.
I should have known you'd figure it out. You're always so snoopy. Oh, hey! Snoopy! That's your name! It all makes sense now!
Hey everybody, I'm the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views and all the episodes I must review. So we're at the second week of January of Luna Loud month. I suppose you all big Luna Loud fans were actually guessing what the next review was gonna be right after Perfect Gig. Then you must be really good at guessing of what I'm gonna do next. Because this episode I'm reviewing got me so much liking the episode, but it gave me one complete flaw about it. Snoop's on. Kind of playing on a phrase of a meal is served, like soup's on. Anyway, this is the 48th episode of season 4 of The Loud House, and above all, the 197th episode. This episode almost shares a few premises of Cheater by the Dozen, only it's done differently with a diary. But is Luna Loud really becoming a bad person? Or is this all a big misunderstanding of what we shouldn't be sticking our noses into? Let's get on with the good stuff.
Can I help you, Lenny? I'm supposed to read a novel for English, but Lily's using them all to build a fort.
Wouldn't she be like tearing the pages out of those books and chewing on them? And there's also a better way to actually build a fort. Use pillows and blankets.
Ooh, found one. Also a green bagel. I'll be taking that.
I'm surprised this kid is able to survive and hasn't even died yet, and the parents are barely even giving a shit about it, that she's eating disgusting things that could actually cause her to die.
So I'm at high risk for salmonella.
Cool. The main character's named Luna, and she's got a sister named Luanne and a brother named Lincoln. Wait, what?
Let me see that.
Yeah, does it ever hit Lenny in the head to notice that she's actually reading something that's actually personal and private to someone else that they shouldn't be snooping around into?
This isn't a book. It's a diary. Luna's diary. You can't read this. Oh, gosh, of course not. I'd never invade her privacy like that.
Survey says...
You broke my spoon. Why you hit so hard?
Though, I do kind of wonder what big secret she was referring to. Big secret? Mm-hmm. But I know I can never tell my fam my big secret.
That's so clearly not a good idea to actually be reading someone else's diary, because not only is it stupid and invading someone else's personal privacy, but it's also going to get you in huge trouble. Not to mention being hated for the rest of your life.
That I...
Back from there, in fact, is where I put my key.
Ah!
Might want to put that away. And also, still love Nika Fetterman's singing talent.
Something's wrong with you. Really.
I'm real surprised that Luna wasn't even smart enough to actually see Lenny just standing there being stupid in the opening. I mean, come on, are these three even good at hiding? Yeah, not clever hiding spots. And what the hell is up with Lincoln's face? That's not even fucking normal. It's so super creepy.
Phew, that was close. I know. Can you imagine how upset Luna would be if she knew we read her diary?
Lower your voice. I think she's gonna hear you say all that.
Well, technically, you're the one who found it. Hey! Okay, so we both read it.
I just love how the way Lenny was able to bounce that back at Lincoln. Because normally Lenny never strikes back.
But that was an accident, and as long as we don't read any more of it, we're good. No matter what big secret she's keeping from the whole family. Right.
Yeah, these two brown-nosed gophers are never gonna stop at it. And I thought the Chipettes were really nosy.
Gonna go jam with Sam. Be home soon.
Hey, guys. I'm just gathering clothes for the wash. Got anything? Okay, we're in.
Yeah, as watching this episode for the first time, I kind of noticed a bunch of things were actually gonna happen. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't see it coming. But anyway, Lincoln and Lenny are actually trying to snoop around in Luna and Luanne's room trying to find her diary. That is until Luanne and Mr. Coconut show up, catching them in the act.
Freeze, you bozos. What are you guys doing in here?
Sweet mother of God, what the fuck you guys doing in here?
Collecting laundry?
Laundry day was Tuesday. Spill it.
Whoa, not in the face, pal. Now, let me see. Oh, yeah.
Okay, fine. We were looking for Luna's diary. She wrote about a big secret, and we have to find out what it is.
Are you me?
Now wait just a goddamn minute.
That is so wrong. I can't even joke about it.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Come on, Toots. Drop the saint routine. I know you're itching to find out what dear old sis is hiding. It's gotta be juicy if she's yakking about it in a diary.
Oh.
You know, you could actually talk to them without even using the damn dummy. It's really not that hard to do. But suddenly, Luanne gets involved with Lenny and Lincoln.
Lincoln, try that desk drawer.
Luanne!
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
No, Homer.
So anyway, they search the room until Lenny actually finds it.
But I know I can never tell my fam my big secret that I skipped school last Friday to see a slasher flick at the mall.
Freak out's been a major snooze.
Let's see. That is.
So Roxy had the great idea to ditch. Breaking the rules was such a rush.
You know, my whole entire school life, I have never skipped school like that before to go see a movie or be with someone else. But I'll tell you one thing though, there are a bunch of things I actually did during my school year, but that's private. For me to know and you guys to find out. You know, when watching this episode, I thought this Roxy character was kind of pretty interesting, but suddenly I started catching a few clues in this episode about her. But seeing how Luanne, Lincoln, and Lenny are thinking that Luna is becoming a bad influence.
We should go talk to Luna right now.
We can't do that. Then she'll know that we've been reading her diary.
Which, as we've agreed, is wrong. But I guess what Luna's doing isn't the end of the world.
I'm counting on it. I am counting on it. And I know I keep saying this a lot in most of my reviews, but I don't know why, but I just love how the way Lenny was putting on the tough girl act, because she kind of reminds me a bit of Lindsay from Total Drama Island, where in Total Drama Action, where she became almost that same way of being in charge. And it makes me laugh because seeing a ditzy blonde girl for being a sweet childlike nature person turning into this tough bossy girl, like she's really thinking clearly.
So let's put the diary back and pretend this never happened.
Right, you're no fun. Hey, heard you're doing laundry. Thanks. Might want to run these twice.
Pussy.
And that's lame.
How many people out there want to bury her in all that?
I am watched by good people.
So we come to the next day at the Loud House, and Luna seems to be scratching at her leg with a pencil.
Hey!
Everything okay, Luna?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Must have gotten bit by a bug or something. Don't look at us. We just got our flea baths.
Survey says...
I think there's no such thing as a human taking a flea bath as much as I heard a human taking an oatmeal bath and a tomato soup bath. So Lincoln, being Snoopy as he is, he reads Luna's diary. Speaking of...
You're always so Snoopy. Oh, hey! Snoopy! That's your name! It all makes sense now!
I wonder if that's even how Snoopy got his name.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even, brightly shone the moon that night. Though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou knowst it telling, yonder peasant, who is he? Where and what his dwelling? Since he lives a goodly...
Dear diary dude, I finally did it. I got a tattoo.
That's a wicked ass tattoo. In fact, I almost half was getting a tattoo myself, but I decided not to put any tattoos on my body because I might end up with the same tattoo that Homer Simpson got before.
Oh, I wrote that one after Bart somehow put this tattoo on my foot.
Stop that laughing!
Anyway, later that night... So Luanne, being Luna's roommate, decides to actually peek into her diary.
Tonight was killer. Instead of studying for finals, I snuck out to this underground club with Roxy. Bring it, dude!
Oh, I knew that dame was trouble.
You know, it almost makes you think that Luna was kind of being out of character in this episode, but somewhat, it sounds like she's kind of making big excuses of what she's writing down in her diary. Because honestly, I've never heard a single student actually sneaking out to go to a concert, but I had heard a couple of students sneaking out so much late at night to go to the beach to get drunk and go skinny dipping. But why was I not invited to that beach party in high school? But anyways, I stayed more focused on education and being popular in high school. But as much as far and deeper that Lincoln, Luanne, and Lenny are actually getting into Luna's privacy, they found out that she's gonna do the biggest mayhem in Royal Woods.
First, we fill the town fountain with nacho cheese. Then, we free all the goods from the petting zoo. Start some fights at the biker hangout. Then swipe the big letter R from the sign on Town Hall, baby.
Showing that little sketch of Luna and Roxy doing the mayhem all over Royal Woods, I just love the animation look on that. It kind of reminds me of some of the animation from Disney's Three Caballeros, Make My Music, and Melody Time. But including the fact of something I never noticed when I was watching this episode at first, that this kind of a similar episode premise of ties that bind. Once you think about it, I know it said it shared some with Cheater but it doesn't, but somehow it's closely to ties that bind.
Trespassing? Stealing? Vandalizing a town landmark? Scandalous!
Shut the fuck up.
So anyway, Lincoln, Lenny, and Luanne attempt to stop Luna's mayhem by sneaking out and dressing up like ninjas.
If we can stay one step ahead of her and Roxy, we can thwart all of their plans without Luna ever finding out we're onto her.
Awesome! Sweet. Hey, how am I supposed to relieve myself in this thing? There's no zipper.
God help us.
The termites really should have eaten this guy up in Ruthless People. So anyway, the trio go to Flips and they buy the whole blat of nacho cheese, but somehow they don't even know what the hell to do with it now. Hey, not too late. They actually stashed that whole vat of nacho cheese somewhere else where you can actually dip some good fries into them. For those of you who like fries and nacho cheese, you should try dipping it into barbecue sauce. That will change your taste buds forever. But anyways, I gotta get back on the subject because I'm starting to feel hungry about fries and cheese. The trio now arrives at the petting zoo, which I hope that freaking scary goat from the Right Stuff isn't actually there.
What was that?
Okay, little buddies, let's mosey over.
Hey, slow down! My legs are made of wood!
Put down that goddamn dummy and grab a goat.
Aw, come here, you. Get back here. Liam, I need some emergency
Goat herding tips? Sounds like you're in a heap of trouble.
You know, why didn't you bring this kid along with you to help you out to get the goats? I mean, Lori asked him for help in senior moment to actually bring the pigs around.
Just gotta find something tasty to lure them in with. You got any more questions? Just give me a jingle.
Oh, no thank you, but you might want to get a marker and a mirror while you're at it.
Oh, there you guys are.
I want to die. Oh, no.
No homo.
You kiss me again, I'll bite your face off.
Come on, Lenny. I think I hear Luna.
Dude, where are all the goats?
Yes, another plan thwarted.
Woohoo! We did it! We did it! Oh yeah, yeah, yeah!
America, fuck yeah! So lick my butt and suck on my balls. America, fuck yeah!
So then now the trio actually head out to the biker bra house.
Badness. Oh, clever, yet scary.
By the way, did you know who that was? Somebody who was a head director, but later on in season 4 became a supervising producer and an executive producer for season 5 of The Loud House. You know, I always wanted to be in a fight in a bar, but somewhat I don't think that's going to happen for me anytime sooner. So for somewhat reasons, Lincoln and Lenny and Luanne had killed the power to the bar, and this kind of pissed off a few customers and the owner.
There, all done.
Hey, you little punks!
Huh?
Nobody touches our side.
War is hell. The last thing we want is a fight.
Ooh, smells like nobody touches a bar of soap around here either.
You know, gingivitis is the #1 cause of all tooth decay.
What did you say, puppet?
Pop quiz, hotshot. You just picked a fight with a poorly disguised hedgehog who's seen way too many action movies. What do you do? What do you do?
Hey, this is gonna be good.
Huh. Am I crazy? Supposed to break, right? Ding. Ding, ding. Break, please. Break, please. Break this bottle, please. Please, 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 please.
Sonic?
Uh-oh.
Marvelous! A fight!
Nice going! Thanks! It's awesome, right? All right, who's next? Who wants some?
I know what you're thinking. You'd rather be at Grandma's house.
That's a good one. Well, how about this? By the power invested in my fist, I clobber you!
Don't you talk smack to me! Take that, you scoundrel! Ah! And that's how I roll!
Hey, has anybody seen my waitress? Still waiting on those buffalo wings.
Come back here, dog meat.
What a beautiful brawl.
Eat that!
That's it! You are going to hear from my attorney!
On guard, you black-hearted viper!
What do you think you're dealing with? Little Red Riding Hood?
Let's get him!
Let's get the out of here, man!
Deuces, I'm out.
Was that even really necessary to put Scoots in this?
Well, on the upside, there's no bikers left for Luna to rumble with. Quiet, Mr. C. You are in a timeout.
What the fuck?
What in the hell? Did anyone else even notice something there? Luanne is actually speaking for him, and yet he is actually moving without her putting her hand inside him. That's just really fucking odd. It's like this damn thing was alive the whole freaking time throughout the show. Now I'm actually seeing why people stopped watching The Loud House during season 3. Now the trio, Lincoln, Luanne, and Lenny, actually arrive at the city hall, and they spot Luna there getting ready to take out the letter R, and the security guard is actually nearby.
Oh shit!
And here's the part where we actually seen this shit happen before in other cartoons that had an episode premise like this.
Don't throw your life away! Huh? What are you guys doing here? We read your diary! You what?
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Nice work, fellas.
We're really sorry for invading your privacy, and we totes get it if you hate us forever. But we couldn't let you ruin your life.
Huh? What's so funny?
I make you laugh? I'm here to fucking amuse you? How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Duh! I knew you dudes were snooping in my diary. That's why I made up this whole rebellious act. What?
Survey says.
So here's the deal. It all started the other day after band practice.
Yeah, that is still so disturbing.
Phew, that was close. I know. Can you imagine how upset Luna would be if she knew we read her diary?
Someone I kind of knew she would actually overhear them. Lenny's not the sharpest tool in the shed of lowering her own voice. Especially if she even knows how to keep a secret. No spoilers, anyone?
So I erased what was really in my last entry and made up the story about skipping school instead.
And the tattoo?
Oh yeah, those are the kind of tattoos I actually use on me. The tattoos that are washable.
Well, what about sneaking out to clubs? I never snuck out. I just faked sneaking back in. I had to make the window creak like 6 times till you woke up.
Moron.
I flail, then I die.
Sounds like Luanne is actually more of a heavy sleeper than Lynn is. Space Invaders, anyone?
What about this Roxy girl? Sam?
Oh my goodness, I did not see that coming.
Are you shitting me?
Sorry, guys. I had to help her out.
Half the fun of our relationship was the mystery.
You know I'd never actually do any of that bad stuff, right? I was just trying to get you to fess up to reading my diary.
That was not too hard for me to actually figure out when watching this the first time, because honestly, the only Roxy's I already know was from Winx Club, which I'm not too much into, and there's a Roxy from Bratz Rock Angels. And plus, there were so many hints already given about that this was already Sam to begin with. And plus, you never actually see her face until the very end when it came to this part. I swear, if you watch this episode again, you'll notice that her whole entire back is turned and we never see her face at all. And yes, this is an episode that's not banned in every country or any state at all. As a little quote, I actually stated in the Perfect Gig episode review, because right after Perfect Gig, any episode that had Sam and Luna actually in it, even if Sam is showing a little bit in the episode that has these two in it are actually not banned. But the episodes that have Clyde's dad in it are actually banned in several countries and a few states. Because normally they actually would ban most of these episodes whenever there's a gay relation couple. But somewhat they didn't do it in this one, nor in a few other episodes that have these two in it. I think somebody in the studio actually really made that clear after seeing it in the Perfect Gig. Because if these two were actually a couple, then this episode would have actually been banned. And as I stated before, I don't see these two being officially a couple. I just like seeing them so much together, even if they're not actually a couple anyway. Anyways.
Sorry we doubted you.
It's cool, dudes. I'm sorry for messing with you to teach you a lesson.
And I would say Luna actually did teach him a good lesson. Hell, even Bugs Bunny has more tricks like that up his sleeve.
You really went all out. His security guard is so believable. Except he doesn't even look that scary.
Wow, that does look kind of real.
Oh,
Oh, now he does.
Dude, I didn't hire him.
Let's get the out of here, man! Get out of here!
Did we lose him? I don't know, but I did lose my lunch back there.
So, Loans, what was the big secret? I gotta know. A bad grade? Secret piercing? You owe money to some hooligans, so you're...
Well, let's see what you got! Holy shit, Alvin is packing!
Wise ass.
You know what? I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do this.
Oh, gods be praised! I'm free! Free!
And that was Snoop's on. Okay, so I've seen shit like this in different kind of shows before, and yet some of those episodes well play it out. As I think I remember, I think I actually saw this in a SpongeBob episode. I don't remember what it was called, but I do remember Alvin and the Chipmunks actually having an episode where they were actually absent in it when it had the Chipettes being the star of it, called Dear Diary. And many may not know this show, Braceface, which seems to be like an underrated Saturday morning cartoon, and it had a secret reveal diary episode as well too. And somehow that one actually played it well. If you don't know what the show Braceface really is, there's a link in the description below of Saberspark actually reviewing one of the banned episodes of it. But that's besides the point, we're getting off the subject here. In this episode, Luna Loud was almost a bit out of character in this episode, considering the fact that Lincoln, Lenny, and Luanne actually read her diary and think that she was going to get in so much trouble. But in the end, it turned out to be a huge big misunderstanding because somehow she knew that they read her diary and kind of taught them a lesson about it, of not snooping around in other people's private business. And she would never do anything like that. But then again, I actually love what she actually did. And as her friend Roxy, if it wasn't clearly already obvious in this episode, there were a couple of hints that pointed out about the clothing. The skull on the back of the jacket, the pants, and even the pierced earrings. I kind of had my hunch feeling that it kind of was Sam the whole time because I don't see anybody else wearing an outfit that's like that. And I also love the fact that Lincoln and Lenny and Luanne were actually looking after their sister Luna just as much as they were doing for Lori in Cheater by the Dozen. But I guess here's my big flaw about this episode, and sadly it's a big one. Luanne Loud. Felt like her being in this episode was kind of completely pointless about it, and every time she brings Mr. Coconuts into it, it kind of gets irritating. I mean, honestly, when is there actually going to be an episode where it's just Luanne and not Mr. Coconuts? Because anytime when we have a spot on Luanne Loud, it's usually with Mr. Coconuts or with Benny. I mean, yes, she's actually Luna's roommate, but honestly, you could have did this a little bit better. I just kind of wish it was either Lincoln and Lenny or just Luanne and Lincoln. Because somehow I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like this character, Mr. Coconuts, and were satisfied that he got thrown away in the trash can for sure. But I'm gonna digress that he'll ever come back for further episodes. But anyway, it's still average and I still actually would give the green light to it. But if you like Luna Loud, then you're really gonna enjoy this episode. But I'm telling you, the next week's episode, it's gonna be rockin'. And it's already done and edited and it's ready to go. I'm the Loud House Critic, and I'm gonna go write in my Nightmare for Christmas journal about something new this year.
In the loud house, duck, dodge, push and shove, it's how we show our love. In the loud house, one boy and 10 girls, wouldn't trade it for the world.